When I was in high school, I worked in factories in the summer so that I could earn enough money for college because my parents didn't have much. And as I'm working in factories, I become concerned about the plight of the working person and who's watching out for this person and the stress of the job. And that's what got me interested in a career field called industrial psychology. So when I went off to college, my goal was to become an industrial psychologist. That's really where it all got started. You know, people get their self-esteem involved in almost everything they do. And the first thing they do when they get up in the morning is look in the mirror usually, and that affects their self-esteem. If someone is not happy about the way she or he looks, it can tarnish the way they feel about themselves for the rest of the day. So it's critically important that people look as well as they can. And they also need some help to understand that physical appearance isn't everything that makes up their self-esteem, but it's certainly the first thing they see and the first thing other people see when they look at them. We know that when someone is under stress, it affects every cell in their body as long as they're under that stress. That's why people sometimes look older than their age, or they don't look well, or they have a depressed look on their face. They can't change it. It happens automatically. Because every thought that goes through our mind, which is what causes the stress, not the events, but the thoughts cause the stress. Every thought that goes through our mind is connected electronically and chemically immediately to every muscle and every cell in our body and every, bone. And so you can't help it but to change your appearance if you're under stress. For example, look at athletes. People talk about their body language. When an athlete is not winning or feeling like he or she is not doing well, you can see their body language change. They slump, they walk differently. It happens automatically. So appearance and stress are linked just like the mind and body is linked. With me, I care about every single person in my audience, and that's very important, and it comes across to these people. They give me feedback all the time that I'm genuine, that I'm not just speaking because somebody paid me to speak, that I really care about them, and most importantly, I know how to help them to make their lives better, and so I impart that as much as I can in all of my speaking engagements. And that's what, again, makes me feel great about what I'm doing and makes them feel great about having been there. The number one reason that I love my job, especially the speaking job that I have, because I wear more than one hat, but my professional speaking job, is that every single time I'm done with a speech, at least one person comes up to me and says, "It was meant to be for me to be here today because you changed my life." Now, why would anybody not love their job if they know that they can move at least one person to change their life in a positive way? And that's what makes it worthwhile. And with my private clients, I get the same thing. They tell me, it was God that drove us together because you were the perfect fit for me or something like that. That's why I love my job, and I'll never retire. They'll have to drag me away.